Alright, hello and welcome to a new video where we're going to test Hunt Showdown with the Nvidia Quadro T2000 card in the DELL Precision 5540, and we're playing at 1080p with the low settings preset. And I guess this was just a quick game. I have never played this before, and I guess this is against other players, and I will probably die very soon because I am not too good at this game and have a camera sitting right in front of me. But yeah, I guess to see how well this game runs on this card, that should be quite enough. And right off the start, it looks pretty good, pretty promising. We are seeing above 60 FPS, actually above 70 FPS at some points. And this is the professional cousin to the DELL XPS 7590, so it has the same chassis, simply professional grade components like the Quadro graphics card and the vPro i9, because this machine actually comes with the T2000, as I said, and the i9 9880H, as well as 32GB of RAM. So in theory, it should be able to handle this game just fine, I guess. But yeah, everybody who knows the DELL XPS line as well as the Precision line knows that they are notoriously going to throttle as soon as they are being hit on GPU as well as the CPU at the same time. And yeah, the limit in the 7590 is a 30 watts GPU limit, which we are not seeing right now. We're seeing 40 watts, which also is a difference as compared to the XPS line, where you would actually see a 50 watts GPU limit. So the 1650 in theory should clock even higher than the T2000 in this machine, in the DELL XPS. But yeah, the 30 watt cap is actually the same on both units. So yeah, I guess you will probably have the same kind of performance there as well. But yeah, the problem with the Quadro graphics cards actually is that you can't modify them in any way. Nvidia simply won't let you tinker around with the Quadro cards as it does with the consumer GTX cards. And that obviously is a problem if you are thermally constrained, as we are. If you want to stop thermal throttling, you sometimes have to limit your GPU and have to undervolt it, which both things you can't do with this machine and this graphics card. But as long as we're running at the 40 watts limit, everything is actually absolutely fine. And actually 1600 megahertz are also pretty fine. And pretty good for this card. I mean, this is probably the max Q version in this laptop. So if we're seeing some clock speeds around 16 to 700 megahertz, that's actually pretty good for this T2000. Yeah, and I mean, it shares a lot of common attributes with the GTX 1650, but it does have the professional drivers, which aren't optimized for games, but for programs like CAD, where you will see a lot higher performance as you would see with the GTX 1650. But it also means that obviously games probably will run better in general on the 1650. But as we can see right now, that obviously doesn't mean that we can't play some games here, because this obviously is a very playable experience. I mean, I'm still going to die, obviously, because I suck at this game. And I don't know how many times do we have to shoot people in order to die. I guess I really thought that they would die like in 2 shots here. But yeah, I do suck at this game. And you did see a frame drop. I don't know if that actually had to do something with the fact that I simply just died there. I guess that was the problem, because now it is back up into the 70s again. So yeah, it is very much playable on this machine. And if it sticks to the 40 watt limit, the GPU, you will definitely have a good time at low settings. I would even argue that you could go and crank up at least some of the settings. But yeah, if you want to play it competitively, I guess I would just leave it at the low settings preset. But yeah, if you enjoyed the game, you can definitely play it on this machine. And yeah, go and have fun with it.